I wished I knew. You're just out of school, right?
I feel like there was a tech boom era where people were like, oh, there's money in tech and all of those things. Is that still true now? And so
Uh,
it's very important now for people to actually like focus a lot on, building their personal brand as they also learn.
yeah, I think one thing for me, one of my next year goals is get my own ring light and get my mic and start
Get more
shouting.
ring lights,
Yeah,
clock it.
because you see a lot of content creators that you meet one on one, they are not that it like, but just because they come up every day and
The show
they get
and
visibility.
they're
So
visible. Yeah.
I'm like, now I think why I haven't stopped music was, yeah, you're doing music in school, it was free, you're not getting paid, and you started doing Take a Beat, and people are paying to do their projects. Ticketing is just one of it. We're building a social events and activities platform that can do way more than just ticketing. There are a lot of people calling us with fake numbers trying to fill their customers just to get information about what we're doing.
That's interesting.
So we're going to get to a point that a lot of these AI companies are going to be like valued at zero.
Why do you think so?
Yeah, because
What would you say to somebody who is at a very junior stage in their career, right? How would they be able to actually grow?
one thing I've used is, I think,
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Technology Life Series 1.0. Today we have Raphael here. He is a creator, a technologist, an entrepreneur. He has a background that is very dynamic. He's been in the military, he's done music, film. There was a cryptocurrency era. I want to hear about that. And
Yeah,
currently he's building Clooza, which is an events platform, and many more things. I just see them adding new features every day, so I want to hear all about it
Yeah.
and everything. So first question for you would be, tell me about what your career journey has looked like, not the entrepreneurship side, just like the normal career path.
I think for me it's been really finding purpose. So I guess I'm a motivated person, so I just like trying my hand with things. Just try like, because when I'm stuck, I feel like I get maybe depressed. Not really depressed. I feel like I need to do something new. So my journey started with a young boy, brilliant chap, and your parents said they wanted to be follow the military line because of their own personal interest. So you had to like do that for them, and yeah, I didn't quit. Went through it. Did it all. I think myself and the band went to the same school, but the band quitted. So
Amazing.
yeah, so we finished, and they still wanted me to do like the whole military thing, but I knew it wasn't for me. So it got to a stage of rebellion. I didn't want this. She wanted me to do this. So at some point, I had to do music.
Ooh.
So music was like an escape. So did music for some time, then got into school. Then music was affecting my grades. Then I knew it was affecting my grade. Like my first 2 years were really bad. Then I knew, oh, I need to focus on my studies. Then I think at that point to focus on my studies was when I found a friend who was programming at that time. And I think I'm a very curious person. So I saw him doing this, and I saw those things moving on his computer, and I like, it was just a simple HTML game, and just little HTML. I forgot the name of those things. That you make a text move from side to side. I forgot the name they call it in HTML, and I was curious, and I started looking into it, and I picked up HTML, CSS. Then we kept on going, and I discovered I loved it. Then I stopped going for shows in school. And then I started doing tech, and I think why I haven't stopped music was, yeah, you were doing music in school, it was free, you were not getting paid, and you started doing Take a Beat, and people are paying to do their projects, and I just loved it because I kept building things and I loved it, so I was like, oh, I'm going to stick with this. And when I finished, I also had the opportunity to work in a bank because then my uncle was working for a bank, and it was
As
like
in
a
what?
top. Yeah, I don't want to go into details, but it was like a top ranking person in the bank. So it was easy for me to go through. But then again, my parents wanted it, my uncle wanted it, but I didn't want it again. So I knew I wanted to stick with tech. I already saw the future. Like I've done this for how many years? I'm already getting paid. Why
Definitely.
switch, come take little salary when?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then I was not earning so big in tech. But I knew if I was doing it to school, I was getting paid. If I now I'm in Lagos, if I grind and network more, I should be able to like my earning power should be bigger. And I stuck with it. I think the first 3 months were not so easy, but it was just me refining my skills. Because yeah, with school, when I came back, I had to do like a little tech boot camp in Yaba.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized I was really good because you were doing it to school. Then now coming to the real world and actually meeting people who are working, I realized I've learned a lot. So that's
Mm-hmm.
when I knew, because yeah, you come back from school, I felt I was maybe not good enough, and I realized I was really good. And when I realized I was really good, I that same year, pretty young, I think 21, 22, I was doing like 3 jobs.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was doing like 3 jobs at the time, and as at then, I think the money was good. Yeah, because
Mm.
and
Were they all tech jobs or
they're
other things?
all tech jobs,
Amazing.
all tech jobs. Three, and so I think I've been lucky throughout my career because even before remote became remote, we had started doing remote. That's the reason I could do 3 jobs.
Hmm. Okay.
So I remember I was only going to the office once in a week for one at Ikeja. That was the only one I was. So as at 2019, 2018, even before COVID, I was doing remote.
But three jobs. Really? So I have two questions. First off, what did you study in school?
Computer science.
Amazing. So you know how you said at the time whenever you did anything in tech, you were making some money as compared to music, yeah?
Yeah,
So I feel like there was a tech boom era where people were like, oh, there's money in tech and all of those things. Is that still true now?
yeah. It's the saturation thing.
Okay, a lot of people
A
then.
lot of people are like coming in and again the economy thing, because maybe those days when we were paid in naira, the conversions were good, and so if you were earning like 350, 400K, then
Back then,
yeah,
yeah.
it was good money. But now looking at the dollar exchange rate, it's just really bad. And now everybody is trying to get into it, but recruiters are looking for like more experienced
More experienced
people.
people.
So it's a bit tricky for junior and entry level people these days. But you just have to find a way to build your skill to a point that people can actually and make some noise. Like
Yeah.
you have to make noise. You have to like, if you know your audience, you have to like blow your trumpet. So I think it's a bit more difficult. When we started, people were willing to take more interns. People were willing to make people grow on the job, but things like Decagon and the likes of even
They're no
the
more
HNG
existing.
stuff that was doing, they no longer exist. And I think Andel at that time was like a huge
Yeah.
this thing training developers, but now they don't train again. They're employing senior developers. So I think the shift now is you having to work your way to a very, very experienced level. And with the advent of AI now and this AI assisted code editors and the likes, it's making it really difficult for junior developers. So I think coming to development now, you need to understand a lot of system design. And for me, I think there was a time I was using a lot of AI assisted stuff, but the last 2 months I turned it off because I felt like I was not memorizing anymore. I was becoming too assisted by.
Interesting.
Because I want to memorize. I feel like I still want to go back to when I still like memorize code and I dream and I'm thinking about codes, and so I had to turn it off. But even if I want to use it, because I understand system design, I can still do it.
It's easy
So
for you once you know the basics.
yeah. Like not just the basics, but understanding the security layer, the performance layer. Because AI won't do that for you, right? Putting this and this together. If I do this, how is it going to perform with the app? Is it going to be secured? Is it AI won't tell you, oh, this is not secured. It's going to break your app or something. You're just going to do it. So I think that is where people need to get to now.
Okay, that's a really good one. We'll come back to the AI conversation. Yeah. One of the things that you mentioned in passing was how people need to not focus on, but actually make the noise if they know their stuff. So I'm seeing how in this era where the market is more saturated, right? Personal branding has a very important role to play.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people who I see them on LinkedIn and I'm like, I don't think they're really, but they're the ones that have the opportunity because they're more visible and everything. So it's very important now for
Yeah.
people to actually like focus a lot on, building their personal brand as they also learn?
Yeah, I think one thing for me, one of my next year goals is getting my own ring light and getting my mic and start
Get more
shouting.
ring lights,
Yeah,
clock
because
it.
because you get to see people that just speak, and when you're like, this guy doesn't really know stuff,
I
but
can
it's just
imagine.
confident enough to come up to speak, and the more you do it, the more people listen to you. Like my LinkedIn followers were, I think I was like less than 400, and since Clooza launched 3 months now, I'm almost 1,000, right? And no
Amazing.
videos, not just text. And so if you are consistent with it, it's going, and you need that audience. So I'm gonna get my ring light because you see a lot of content creators that you meet one on one, they are not that it like, but just because they come up every day and
They show
they
up
get
and
visibility.
they're
So
visible.
I'm
Yeah.
like, now I'm paying micro influencers to, I think from like next week now, we're going like more visibility for clothes. About 3 months old, over 1,000 users now. We've done over 70 events plus also. So I'm like, oh, it's time to like blow it up. So we're mentioning like reaching out to content creators and charging us. I'm like, oh man, I need to build my own brand too. So I drive this whole thing myself. So and some of them are really really knowledgeable, but some of them are not so knowledgeable.
But
But
they have the audience.
because and we are in the age of storytelling, it's one thing I'm trying to also learn, and storytelling and communication. So because some of them can actually tell a story really good and they can communicate effectively, they may not know as much as you. Actually, most of them don't know as much as you, but because they are confident and they are showing up every day, they build that brand. And yeah, and these days I think this brand presence is like digital currency, the old digital currency thing. Having that followership is a lot of, yeah, it's I think it's money.
It goes a long
Yeah,
way.
it's money because if you ask them for visibility now, you see most of them, even the ones without lesser than 10K followers, they'll charge you for 100,000 to just
Wow.
do something. So imagine you getting like maybe 10 gigs a month from just,
Doing that.
it's something. So I think, yeah, it's part of my 2026 goal: ring lights, cameras. Man.
Amazing. That's a good one. Tell me about your blockchain era. We'll come to closer, but tell me about your blockchain era. You were really into it at the time.
Funny enough, the first company I worked for was a Bitcoin company,
Oh, okay.
but I wished I knew. You're just out of school, right? You get paid, you just convert your money to naira. That was all I cared about, right? I wasn't really looking to the tech or what is Bitcoin or is it gonna grow. Like you just out of school, you just want to enjoy life a bit or maybe just get some money, feel like, yeah, that feeling of I've gotten my first job. So but I think the company crashed because they were also new into the oil space. Bitcoin was new to Nigeria, so they felt they were doing Bitcoin investing, and they felt like it's gonna keep going up. And I think, is it like the 2018, 2017? Yeah, I think 2018. When the 2018 crash came, it was so bad they couldn't pay up their customers. They couldn't, yeah, so they had to pack up. So I think after that was when I worked for retailer. So after that, thank God I was doing 3 jobs at that time.
The retailer pack up or something.
No. So those guys were like the major one. They were the ones paying
Oh,
the
okay.
most.
Okay.
But when they crashed, I had some more that were still paying. So I was doing it till retailer came in. Then, yeah, when retailer came in, I dropped the other two because it was the first time I was actually doing
Something full time.
full time. No, I was remote, full time coming to the office, moving to Yaba. I was see, that was like the most stressful part of my life. But in between retailer, I got a foreign job. So I was doing retailer and doing foreign job that was remote.
Okay, good one. I have a question about the foreign job things. I'll come to that. But quick one. You know how there was the cryptocurrency era
Yeah.
and now it's like an AI era? Like, what do you think? Do you think this will last for long, the whole AI thing? What do you think people can focus on in their tech careers?
It's AI boom. For us next year, we also add in our AI. Um, we're in talks with AWS at the moment, so they're looking at supporting us with like AI credits to build our AI infrastructure for Clooza. So I think we didn't see the dot-com boom, but we heard about it, right? So, but we're going to get to a point that a lot of these AI companies are going to be like valued at zero.
Why do you think so?
Yeah, because some of them are just building little features that one ChatGPT update could just
Okay.
one ChatGPT update could just do it. And I understand like people need simplicity. So there are lots of people just building AI agents are building on top of LLMs, and it works because of simplicity. But when people get used to other platforms, they're going to stop using it. And I feel um, the companies that are doing it like vertically, end to end, I'll be the ones that will win. Like platforms like ChatGPT will always still remain. Um, Gemini will remain. The big companies that like are really building the LLMs, they will always be there. But my fear is for those little guys coming up and say, I'm doing AI for. Um, some people just say,
People that are
we're
niched
doing
down.
we're doing AI for what's the name? Is it review of your resume?
And the whole
Yeah, there are
company
people
out of it.
that they'll charge you just to review your resume with AI. So, and under the hood, they are basically just connecting with LLMs.
So
LLMs
it's not
just
sustainable
yeah,
in
and
the
I've
long
seen a
run.
lot of companies still doing it. They're doing AI chat bots for this, and behind it, they're just writing LLMs and writing prompts to ChatGPT to yeah, like we've seen a lot of health platform like that that are rising. So in the future, I think it's going to be, but yeah, they have some pre-trained stuff, but for me, that is technical, I won't pay for such tools because I can also take it to Gemini and ask Gemini my questions, so
Definitely.
and it's going to give me. So when people get more used to it, I fear for such companies, but the big ones will always be the big ones, and I feel people who do it end to end will survive. And so for us now, we're doing events, activities, we're doing every other thing. When we get the data now and we add AI to it, if you take AI from it, there's something. But there are products that if you take the AI away from it, there's nothing.
There's nothing about it. Okay.
So there's
Okay.
except you're that big like ChatGPT that or like the or those big, yeah, really, really big AI companies, yeah. But I feel some little ones will struggle.
Okay. Let's talk about your journey to Clooza as a founder, right? Why Clooza? You guys do event management. Why that? Out of all the 1001 problems you could
So
solve.
yeah. So yeah, like we're talking about crypto. Yeah, my Bitcoin journey started again in 2020.
Okay.
After the whole, 2018 when they did, then retailer we left it for like 2 years. 2020 the whole NSAS stuff, and seeing the way people were like actually sending money through Bitcoin when government started freezing people's accounts. Um, made me realize, oh, this is something I need to look into. And I had a friend too. She was really doing great in the she was cashing out.
In the cryptocurrency
Ah man,
space.
she was cashing out. So you know, you were curious and you yeah started with shitcoins, buying a lot of shitcoins, looking for a way to cash out. And then but I made some money then too in 2020 because I remember like my first apartment because yeah as a young guy the first few times we were staying with I think we are staying like in a flat of like three guys then whatever, but the first house I lived alone, like my first two bedroom I lived alone, was through crypto
Cryptocurrency.
money.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I think at that point I obviously knew like Bitcoin was like the king in the space. So when I had the opportunity to like get into like a boot camp for like Bitcoin development and becoming a Bitcoin developer, I took it. And so I think from 2021 ending to about 2024, and even 2025 now, I'm still like pro Bitcoin, and I think right now my role in the Bitcoin space is like to Bitcoin adoption basically and Bitcoin utilities. So I did like my career for the last 3 years was basically Bitcoin development, but like I said, I have different interests. So I decided to start from I'm definitely going to be the Bitcoin product someday. So I decided to start from one of those interests, and the old closer idea for me came on my vacation to Zanzibar. So, you know, a lot of people go to Zanzibar and say they're catfish. So, I think I was one of those people that would have felt I was catfished until the locals had to show me where it's really happening in Zanzibar, and I enjoyed my stay. And before I could do that, I'd already spent like $1,000
Wow.
because going to Zanzibar during the summer, you have to like, if you're using Booking, you have to like pay before you go. Like, there are some destinations you can go without actually making payment. That when you go there, you make payment. But during summer, Zanzibar is busy, so you have to like pay before you go. And I paid for like a location that I didn't like, and the place was so boring for a solo traveler. So I needed somewhere that was more lively, like, because I'm kind of, I'm an ambivert, by the way, so I'm in and out, so I can manage both. But I'm more in. But when I want to go out, I want to go out, and so when it's so boring, it doesn't work for me. So I thought of like a tool that's, and yeah, apart from Zanzibar, again, due to my travel experiences, when I travel, I had no tool to like see the events, no
That were
one
happening
global tool. I can see all the events happening, the
in a
activities that are
location.
tailored to my own interests, not just going to the museum, going to the safaris. I want to see something tailored to me. There was no one tool for that, and I felt like I needed to do it. And that's how we started working on it. I knew there were a lot of ticketing platforms. It's a saturated market, but we were building a social ticketing. Ticketing is just one of it. We're building a social events and activities platform that can do way more than just ticketing. We have the social layer, discovery, and so many. And now with AI features coming to us, so everybody's ticketing, but to build what we are trying to build, it take you a long time. Take care of this. So yeah.
So how did you like? When did you start Clooza, right? How long did you have to build until you began to see some level of growth or revenue coming in through the product?
So I think I wrote my first line of code for Clooza August 2024, but I was obviously working that time. So we were working, writing some codes. Then I employed the first person in October. 2025 January, stopped working, focused on it fully. Like I said, if it were just ticketing, right, it would have been so easy to like just put out. But we're building so many tools at the same time. Then when I started speaking to other entrepreneurs, I realized, oh, you need to put out something small first, just because I'm a builder, right? I didn't know like the terrain is so hard that everybody focuses on revenue.
Definitely.
Yeah, so then we launched like June 19th. When we launched, there were a lot of bugs.
A lot of bugs in the product.
I just think
Was there no QA or?
no, there's not. I don't think you would want to start a product with iron a QA. When you've gotten to that stage, like there are just some things you hire when you get to a stage of stability.
Okay.
So I think officially the product became a bit stable from June 29th. So I think from thereabouts to now we've gotten some revenue. I would say that was when we really start operating. But yeah, 3 months in, we've gotten some revenue, but investors are more interested in the revenue than
Than
even the
any other
product.
thing. And you
Yeah.
guys are not exactly bootstrapping. You're actually like looking for investors or
Yeah,
interested in.
we are, because I wanted the product to work before I even approached anybody for, and we've done it. We've seen a lot of the creators that used it. I've used it over and over again, so it means they love it, and we've gotten events from different countries, and I think recently we got event from Benin Republic, ticketed events, not even Nigeria, that people were actually paying
Interesting.
safer.
Ooh, so you guys incorporated like different payments.
Yeah, at the moment we have 11 currencies.
That's
So
amazing.
I'm looking at how we can take it to like 30 currencies. The goal is to make it like I said, the goal is to make it a global tool that anybody could use. Yeah. So when I saw someone actually paying in CFA, I'm like, oh, like I think we're right on track. So right now it's looking for how to even increase it, so people can pay in pounds, people can pay in whatever, and yeah,
Amazing.
people can also pay in bitcoins right now. I don't think there's any platform in Nigeria that will allow you pay for your events with bitcoin. So because yeah, like I said, Bitcoin utility, I'm an advocate, so yeah, you can pay in bitcoins.
Have you seen any regulations within the Nigerian space that has served as a limitation to the growth of your product so far?
And not really, because we are not really in the fintech space. But we have like the fintech layer of it, but we are partnering with people who are the
On that,
fintech.
okay.
In the future, we're going to have our own wallets, but we are not really the ones holding the funds.
Okay. Amazing. So let's talk about technology careers as a whole. You've worked a 9 to 5, you've been a founder, right? What do you think, if you were to hire somebody, right, what do you think is the most important um, tech career path, that you're like, this particular role, it's mostly always needed in tech?
I think it's tricky because with the AI boom, cybersecurity is becoming a key thing.
Cybersecurity, okay?
Then, like I said, system design and architecture is also
What of marketing?
like your product can't survive without marketing.
Definitely.
Yeah, sales and marketing is like the rock of every business, but
Mm-hmm.
there are not so many good marketers in this country.
Why so?
Like two things I feel there are not so many good talents for marketers, sales, customer representatives.
In Nigeria or
We don't have,
globally?
not globally, I don't think we don't have so many good customer representative in this country because there are some things I complain about customer service. I think it's like a problem. So many people are not good with customer service because to be good at it, you need to like it's inbuilt, right? It's like an innate ability to be good with people.
Okay.
So it's something we're lacking. Then a lot of people in this generation are running away from sales and marketing.
That was interesting. I
So
mean, influencing is more of like sales and marketing, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah, it's a different kind of sales and marketing, right? But closing the deals, being on the road, like that is marketing, right? But doing the real sales, closing, not so many people are willing to do that. And the luck we have with Closer is because it's also there's a bit of entertainment thing going in there. So a lot of Gen Z still associates with our marketing kind of because you're working for Closer, you're going for events, you're still living life. So it's a bit easier. But I've seen a lot of people that have struggled because I have friends that are founders too that have fired. Like it's so difficult. You hire a salesperson, you have no closed one deal, you keep paying salaries, and you have to hire. So I think there's a problem there somehow, and customer representative too.
That too.
But even the customer reps, AI is
Almost.
taking like apart just some few little human you need. The AI agents are doing really well these days for interacting with your users. So at some point, needing the customer representative will be really, really, I don't know. It's gonna be maybe
That's
just need
interesting.
one or two, and you allow your AI bot to do everything else. Except maybe if something your bot cannot do, and you have to escalate it.
Interestingly, I was having this conversation with a friend. It was yesterday. I was saying, what do you think? What role at your company do you think AI will replace in the coming years? And the person had said customer service.
Yeah.
So that's actually really interesting.
Because yeah, there are no emotions. The AI will always tell you I'm sorry. They always try to walk you through.
And they won't
They,
get
they don't
angry at you
yeah,
or
no
something.
feelings. They don't care like, but you can't. As humans, we understand the country is hard, so sometimes feelings get involved, everything gets involved, and the customers don't just get the right service they need. I think one of the key things the closer users we know have always been talking about is customer service. Like most of them are always willing to reach out to us.
So
And
there's
the
a
way
number they can call and they'll speak to an actual
yeah,
person.
we have, you can chat us up on WhatsApp, email, Instagram. I will try to respond, and the way we attend to them, they're always willing. And
Is it AI powered?
no. For now, we're doing it manually, but because my staffs and employees and the rest of my teammates have seen me interact with customers and the way they're happy interact with me. So I believe everybody else is following that, yeah, that standard, and it's the customers are always willing to reach out and they're always happy to like, so because I feel customer service is really, really key.
Amazing. So, talking about technology careers generally, yeah, you've moved across the spectrum and you've grown in your career, obviously, to the point where you actually have a company. What would you say to somebody who is at a very junior stage in their career, right? How would they be able to actually grow, get to the point where they can do these daring things like start a company and all of it?
Starting a company is the hardest. well, but one thing I've used is I think networking is key.
Networking, okay?
Really, really improving yourself daily. Then, like I also say, blow your trumpet. Twitter is like a good tool. Twitter, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Then if you want more non-professional users, I think TikTok and Instagram works too. Like networking, try to go for the. When we started, we are out for every event, every opportunity,
Interesting.
trying to network. But right now, I'm a bit more chilled with those things. I don't, except maybe I have an interest there. But I think then, yeah, networking is really key. Network. Try to go for any boot camps because just networks. Because one of the things all my life, one of the things that have helped me is just little programs, those little cycles. Like most of the like key people that have been in my life are like people, those little cycles, and I've made friends from it. Like if you check my Twitter, I always put Bitros there because yeah, Bitros were like the
Like a
Bitcoin, yeah, the
community.
Bitcoin community and the cohorts I joined, and they have been so supportive. So those communities really help.
Okay.
So network, join communities, um, blow your trumpets. Yeah, they're about and keep growing and also evolve as fast as possible because the tech space is a really fast moving
So
space.
you have to catch up quickly.
Layoffs rather. There's a lot of layoffs. There are new jobs. So you need to catch up really quickly, and you need to have friends and communities who are there because if you don't have that, when you start applying for jobs, yeah, just
Definitely.
but there, if you tell your community I'm looking for something, there are people who will put in a word for you because it's actually easier. No matter your skills and everything, it's easier someone just putting in a word for you. I'm like, I know this guy is great, and so I think yeah, those
Just helps you.
yeah
Yeah.
key three things. And if you believe in God, pray, pray, pray a lot because it's very competitive right now. Yeah,
Very,
it's
very
competitive.
competitive. I mean, if there's anything I'm taking out of this section is how I feel like technology careers have moved away from I know how to code, I know this skill to there's more networking, community is very important.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you have to actually have a personal brand. You have to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And the stakes are higher than they used to be. So there's more work, that needs to go.
Yeah, there is.
I
Yeah.
need to go into it. Thank you so much for joining us today. This was a very good one. One last question for you actually. What should we expect from Clooza in the next 6 months?
Uh, for now, our goal for this December is try to get more paid creators, and trying to increase our revenue. We're putting subscriptions, and I think today we rolled out a lot of features.
You guys are always rolling out features. Is it every week?
Like we, I think the advantage you have as a startup is building fast,
Okay. Amazing.
and people are surprised that we just came about 3 months ago. But if we, because like I always tell my guys, we are not here to like compete with anybody. We are here to dominate. So I don't care about the existing platforms. The goal is to build something way better than what they have. And to build it, you have to be really fast. And we already have investors. We already have competitors prying. There are people calling us.
Who are your competitors?
There are a lot of people calling us with fake numbers, trying to fill their customers just to get information about what we're doing.
That's interesting.
So, and now we're also trying to reach out to investors more actively from this month because we feel like having 1,000 users is in like and lots of events. People keep creating events. So I think for us it's lots of growth. Our mobile apps are coming out ending of November. Then next year AI. Then for now this December just trying to get as much events as we can. And in November too, we are rolling out our activities platform. So we're not just doing events, we're doing events and activities. Then I guess we put reservations too. So we're not just targeting event creators, we're targeting both restaurants, hotels, so churches. So you can tell your church is closer too. So we're targeting everybody. And we're trying to build those tools as fast as possible. Then yeah, those are the features. The next year AI, but the goal is to be like next year we want to be really dominant in Nigeria, Ghana, and at least Kenya.
Okay.
So I think
Africa
that's the
for
goal
a
for
start.
next. That's the goal for next year. And we're already seeing activity in Benin Republic, so we can also add that to the list.
Amazing, amazing. This was such a good time. Thank you for coming around, for
Thank you,
sharing your
thank you for
story.
having me. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for joining us for this episode of the Technology Live series where we had the founder of Clooza, Raphael. And I hope you've taken one or two things about networking and being part of communities, making sure that your personal brand is out there and you're very obvious as you grow in your tech career. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.